Lindsay.
Hi.
Thanks for coming in today.
Yeah.
So I understand that you've had an MRI and that showed some disc degeneration in your neck, and that's a big contributor to why you're here today.
Yeah.
Um, so I just wanted to address maybe some of the concerns that you're having and explain a little bit about how pain works, so
Okay.
we can get a better understanding of that.
Okay.
Um, so pain is somewhat like an alarm system on a house. The function of the alarm system is to alert you to an intruder, right? But let's imagine that your alarm system has a sensitivity scale that you can turn up. So if our alarm system gets really hyperactive, it might detonate, or it might go off to not an intruder but maybe a squirrel jumping from a tree branch to the roof of our house, or something to that effect, where that squirrel is not going to burglarize your home.
Right.
It's a non-threatening stimulus, um, and that's something that can often happen with pain, where our nervous system can get hyperactive due to non-threatening stimulus, depending on a variety of factors. And those might include stressful situations in your life outside of the painful incident, or the environment in which that original injury was incurred. Um, and my point in telling you this today is that tissue damage doesn't always equate with pain. So while you are still experiencing pain and that pain is real, it doesn't necessarily reflect the condition of your neck.
Okay.
And the results in your MRI do show some disc degeneration. Absolutely. I think if you MRI'd 98% of people, both symptomatic and asymptomatic, they would show some disc degeneration. I'm sure I have some in my own body. And I have pain from time to time, but it's not something I'm dealing with all the time. Which leads into, how do we go about changing that? Because what you are experiencing is real pain, and there is something going on there. And how do we address that if it's not to fix what's in your neck? Because I think those tissues in your neck are healed, and if we can get back into moving in an appropriate way, we can keep that degeneration from progressing.
So I have a question.
Sure.
If you said you might MRI a bunch of people, and even asymptomatic people might show issues like you, and like you said, just some people will experience that pain differently. Like why am I experiencing it this way, and someone else it doesn't happen to someone else?
It's a great question, and I think that's something that the research is kind of still exploring. But there are some factors that can contribute to some tissue damage, contributing to a long-term pain, and some of those things, yeah, could be stress. It could be the perceived threat of that pain mechanism. So if you were in a car accident, for example, that can be like a really traumatic experience. You see the front of your car, metal is all convoluted, and it's a high speed, high velocity impact. It's jarring to experience. Versus something, disc degeneration that occurs from just posture over a long period of time, like that maybe there's stressors at work, but it seems like less of a threatening situation just to be hunched over a computer than in a car accident. Um, and I know that you expressed several anxieties in your home life.
Yeah.
Um, is that something that you feel that you're managing well, or is that something you would like help with?
Yeah. I mean, a couple of my friends have told me I should probably go see someone, so I scheduled an appointment.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
So we'll see how that goes. I'm a little nervous, but I mean, they probably know what's best for me. So
I'm happy to hear that you're seeking help. I think often that initiation is the hardest part. So, yeah. Do you have questions otherwise?
I don't think so. I think like you said, I just hope we can figure out a way to get rid of this pain. So, but it sounds like you have a good idea of what we're gonna do to do that. So
Yeah, and I think this is like a first step in that, just talking about it, and yeah, I'm happy that you're here and happy to work with you on and through this.
awesome. Thanks.
6.